up, party people? Potioner's Trove. Add 1 mana of any color. You gain 2 life. Activate only if you cast an instant or sorcery spell. Common. Scathing Shadelock. At the beginning of your first main phase, this creature becomes prepared. Alright. Uh-oh. Weird. Let's see. Target creature you control gets 2 and gains Death Touch to end a turn. Death Touch. That could be useful. Divergent Equation. Let's see. Common. Nothing. Much junk. What up? Just chilling, sorting, talking magic. What you got going on? Got scared. Ran off. Thought Vessel. Nature's Order. Commons, land. These can go in the finder. Binder. Actually, that's gonna go Bombadil. That. Let's see what else we got. To the city. Ancient Hellkite, you're gonna go in that box. Ureni. Elephant Grass. Genesis Wave. Jan Jansen, Chaos Crafter. Oh, there's something else in there. Look at that.
Let's cover one of our 10 pro tips for working with cursor agents. The 9th agent pro.
Tale of Tuneville. Target creature gains indestructible for as long as you control Tale of Tuneville. Return target creature card from your back. Up to 2 target creatures you control each gain lifelink until end of turn. That might work for Bombadil. For good old Bombadil. Let's move this in here. Jan Jansen. Actually, yeah. Go in there. Get rid of that. Red. Black. Just chilling and sorting cards. What's going on? Dun, 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 dun. A Journey to Oblivion. This spell costs 1 less cast for each creature in your party. Alright. Alright, that's gonna probably not go in the binder. Can go off over there. Command. Deceit. Good card. Battle for Brett. For Bredegard, create a 1/1 human warrior creature token. Create a 1/1 green elf creature token. Choose any number of artifact tokens and or creature tokens you control with different names. For each of them, create a token that's a copy of it. I might go in Galadriel. Let's see. Maybe conjecture. Pip-Boy. Nuka-Cola. Land, go there. Changeling. Wayfarer. Tifa. Malucci. Elixir. Multicolor. Red. Spike Shot. You can go in the bulk. Green. Spider-Man land. What up, people? Just chilling, sorting. Good old sorting as always. Trying to put some stuff away. Alright. Let's look at the Marvel. Sort some Marvel shit. Put this stuff away later. Alright, fun new stuff. Jennifer Walters. She-Hulk. What do we got here? Your opponents can't cast spells during your turn. Pay 3 green and 2 white. Transform Jennifer Walters. Activate only the sorcery. Gamma Pro Hero. The sensational She-Hulk, legendary creature Gamma Hero. Reach, trample. Your opponents can't cast spells during your turn. Whenever a creature you control is dealt damage, you may have the sensational She-Hulk deal that much damage to any target. Do this once each turn. Oh, that's fun. What else we got here? Why are these all mixed? Weird. Let's flip it over. Gathering place. Add 1 colorless and add green or whatever. That's one of those weird new lands. Put that aside. Superhero Civil War. Gain control of 2 target creatures with total mana value 6 or less for as long as this saga remains on the battlefield. Creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain vigilance until end of turn. And target creature you control fights up to one other. Oh yeah, you take their creature and make it fight somebody else's shit. Dope. Let's see. And we got Leader, Super Genius. If a creature you control would connive, instead you draw a card, then that creature connives. At the beginning of your combat on your turn, target creature you control connives. Alright, I like that. It'd be a nice commander. Connive commander. If that's your kind of thing. We got Loki. Vision Quest. Search your library and or graveyard for an artifact creature card with mana value X or less and put it onto the battlefield with X additional 1/1 counters on it. If X is 4 or greater, it gains haste until end of turn. If you search your library this way, shuffle. Alright. Not bad, not bad. Alright, we take those. Absorbing Man. Vigilance. At the beginning of your first commercials. I need to turn this thing on. Put this over. Alright. What's going on, guys? It's cracking. We're just chilling, sorting cards. Happy Father's Day. Storm Wind Rider. Flying. Creatures with flying can't attack you or block creatures you control. Whenever you cast a spell that targets one or more creatures, those creatures gain flying until end of turn. Huh, sick. So you can have flying and make sure somebody else with flying can't hit you. I'm cool with that. Scarlet Witch. Instant and or sorcery spells you cast with mana value 4 or greater cost X less to cast, where X is Scarlet Witch's power. Ooh, I could put that in my Clive deck. I can reduce my dragons by 2 in my Dragon. Alright. Alright, not bad, not bad. We take those. Put those over there. Multicolored. Blue. Sort this mess. Alright. What else we got? Super Adaptoid. This card's pretty sick. Super Adaptoid's power is equal to the number of legendary creatures you control. Whenever Super Adaptoid enters or attacks, choose another target creature. If that creature has haste and Super Adaptoid doesn't, put a haste counter on Super Adaptoid. Do the same for flying, first strike, double strike, death touch, indestructible, lifelink, menace, reach, trample, and vigilance. That's pretty crazy. He'd be a cool commander. Do a legendary deck and then have all your creatures have some kind of keyword on it, and then he will get a counter of that for each of those. For 2 mana? Yeah, I'm about it. Might have to build him. We get a robot deck with a bunch of keywords. It'd be pretty sick. Oops, did I? Oh yeah. Cool. Hope everybody's having a phenomenal day out there. Alright, happy Father's Day. The 10 Rings. That looks pretty sick. Your maximum hand size is 10. At the beginning of your end step, if you have fewer than 10 cards in hand, draw cards equal to the difference. That's pretty sick. If you could cheat that out, costs 8 to get out, but if you could cheat it out, 10 cards at the end of each end step, or at end of your end step. It's pretty sick. I'm about it. And the infamous Squirrel Girl. Squirrel Girl. The unbeatable Squirrel Girl. Do you like squirrels? Whenever the unbeatable Squirrel Girl enters or attacks, create a 1/1 green squirrel creature token. Alright, okay. Squirrels. Put it with Chatterfang. 1 and 3 green. Create X 1/1 green squirrel creature tokens where X is the number of squirrels you control. Wow. Alright. Squirrel Girl for the win. If you like tribal type stuff, squirrel, you know, Chatterfang, squirrel shenanigans. You can make a squirrel bunny deck, something fun. Ooh, the infamous Serpent Society. Good old poison counters. I know you guys love poison counters out there. I don't. It's terrible. But it's a fun card. So it's a 1 black and a green, a 3/4 death touch with ward. Get 5 poison counters. Whenever another creature you control with death touch dies, each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature of their choice. Oof. That's just mean. That's just mean. The Kingpin of Crime. He has Extort, which, wait a minute, what's Extort again? I got another one of him somewhere that has the actual wording. I thought. Just kidding. Where'd you go, Mr. Man? Oh, here we go. Kingpin. King of Crime. He costs 1 and Orzhov. He's got Extort. When you cast a spell, you may pay white or black. If you do, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain that much life. That's it? Alright. Pay 1, gain a life, they lose a life. And then, whenever you attack, you may pay 2 life. If you do, until end of turn, creatures you control with toughness greater than their power assign combat damage equal to their butts rather than their power. So yeah, you're going to be hitting with your butt with the Kingpin. So, pretty cool card. It's fun. Might be a fun for all you wall players out there that like to hit with your butt. That might be a fun card. Alright, so that is multicolor. We've got the Cosmic Cube. Ward 2. It's a mythic. It's artifact. Costs 5 to bring out. Whenever you attack, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may cast a spell from among them with mana value less than or equal to the greatest power among attacking creatures you control without paying its mana cost. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So you kind of need to have this in a deck where you got some big creatures. I'm thinking maybe, I don't know, maybe my Ur Dragon deck. A lot of big creatures in there, or a green deck with some big stompers. Not bad, not bad. Take that. Ooh, Iron Man armor. Cost 3. It's an artifact equipment. When this equipment enters, attach it to target creature you control. Equipped creature gets +2/+1 and has flying. Tap 2. If this equipment isn't a creature, it becomes a 0/0 construct hero artifact creature with flying, and with this creature gets 1/1 for each artifact you control to end of turn. Alright. Not too shabby. Iron Man armor. Go in my robot deck. Robots. Robots. Avengers Assemble. Flash. Heroes you control get +2/+2 at the beginning of each end step if you attacked with a...
You can unlock experiences like no other. Find
What's
out
going on here?
offer and kickstart
Keep it
your
down
most
there.
unforgettable adventure.
Music.
5 times points on eligible.
Alright, at the beginning of each end step, if you attacked with a hero this turn, or a hero entered the battlefield under your control this turn, draw a card. Alright, it's not bad. I like that. We take those. Return to the ranks. Little Captain America on there. It's a sorcery, costs X and 2 white. It's got Convoke, which means your creatures can tap to help pay for the cost for the X. Return X target creature cards with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. So I guess if you're like in a, I don't know, Lorehold or Graveyard Recursion deck and you mill cards, and then you can bring back your, what are they called? Bring back your artifacts if you milled them. It's not bad. I'll take those. Captain Marvel, Earth's Protector. Flash, Flying Lifelink. Power up. 5 and 2 white. Put a 1/1 counter and an indestructible counter on Captain Marvel. Alright. White. MODOK. Apparently this goes infinite with the bird, Maha. He's got Flying Lifelink. Mental Organism. So what does Maha do? Let's see. Okay, so Flying Trample, discard a card. Creatures your opponents control have base toughness 1. Alright, Flying Lifelink. Pay 3 life. Modak Connives. Activate only during your turn. Creatures your opponents control get -1/-1. Okay, that's cool, but how does it go infinite? Creatures your opponents control have base toughness of 1. Oh. So is this just a board wipe? Ward, discard a card. Pay 3 life. Modak Connives. Draw a card, then discard a card. Count on this creature. Is there a different Maha? Apparently this goes with Maha. Anybody know how? I could see it can board clear because Maha, creatures your opponents control have base toughness 1. And this gives everybody -1/-1. But I thought there was like more of a combo to this with Maha. Let's see. Pay 3 life. Modak Connives. Activate only during your turn. Connive is draw a card, then discard a card. If you discard a non-land card, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Huh. You know how this goes infinite with Maha? I thought somebody said this was a combo with Maha. Seems like it's just a board clear. Black. Where's black? I don't have a black pile. We're gonna go there. Alright, Shang-Chi. Master of Kung Fu. Legendary creature, human warrior hero. For 1 and a green. You may activate abilities of creatures you control as though those creatures had haste. Oh, nice. Add 2 mana of any one color. Spend this mana only to activate abilities of creature sources. This would go good in that Returned King deck. Green. Primal Vigor. If 1 or more tokens would be created, twice that many tokens are created instead. If 1 or more +1/+1 counters would be put on a creature, twice that many 1/1 counters are put on a creature. Oh yeah, everybody's favorite token doubler. Jocasta, Automation Avenger. Whenever your commander deals combat damage... Oh wait, let's see something. Jocasta, Automation Avenger. Whenever your commander deals combat damage to a player, put a 1/1 counter on Jocasta. Whenever you attack with your commander, if this card is in your graveyard, you may return it to the battlefield tapped and attacking. You'll get 1/1. Not bad for 3. Go good in my robot deck. Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan. 2 and a blue, 1/4, vigilance with reach. You have no maximum hand size. Whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you control, draw a card. Until the end of turn, Miss Marvel gains Miss Marvel's base power equal to the number of cards in your hand. Huh. Alright. Card draw. Get real big. Mole Man, Maloid Master. Legendary creature, human villain. You may play lands from your graveyard. Whenever a land you control enters, create a 1/1 green minion creature token named Maloid. Whenever this token attacks, you mill a card. Alright, mill deck, mill. The Superhero Civil War. We got a little saga here, enchantment. Gain control of up to 2 target creatures with total mana value of 6 or less, as long as this saga remains on the battlefield. And then creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain vigilance until end of turn. So you take their 2 creatures, you give them vigilance and a +1/+1, and then you force somebody to fight it in the 3rd one. That's pretty good. I like it. Arc Reactor. Improvise. Your artifacts can help cast this spell. Each artifact you tap using your done activating mana abilities pays for 1. Artifact enters tapped. It gives you 3 mana. Oh, it's not bad. A little slow, but 3 colorless. That'll work in a nice little artifact. Eldrazi, Sliver. Dark Fortress. Another one of those. Castle Doom. Add 1 colorless. Add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast an artifact spell. Sacrifice an artifact. Tap 3. Or tap. No. 3 colorless. Tap. Sacrifice an artifact. Create a 3/3 colorless robot villain artifact creature token named Doombot. Alright. Land. Bucky Barnes. Alright. Those are uncommons. Vision Quest. We already read that one. Doom reigns supreme. Whenever a villain you control enters, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Put a plan counter on this enchantment. Alright. I like it. It's cool. That'll work. Origin of the Avengers. Let's see. What time is it? 2. You may put a hero creature card with mana value 3 or less from your hand onto the battlefield. If you don't, draw a card. And then on the third one, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Alright, we'll take those. For 2 mana, it's not bad. Fin Fang Foom. Flying 3/5. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets an artifact or land, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Put 2 1/1 counters on Fin Fang Foom. Alright. What do we got here? The Ruinous Wrecking Crew. The Ruinous Wrecking Crew enters with X 1/1 counters on it. When the Ruinous Wrecking Crew enters, choose up to X. Discard a card, then draw a card. Target opponent loses 2 life. Destroy target token. Each player sacrifices a creature of their choice. Alright. Secret Invasion. Enchant creature you control. When this aura enters, exile up to 1 target creature other than enchanted creature until this aura leaves the battlefield. Enchanted creature becomes a copy of the creature until the aura leaves the battlefield. So you get 2 copies of a creature. This comes in, enchant something, it becomes copy of another creature. Then when this leaves, that creature comes back, so you still have that creature. It's pretty good. Not bad, not bad. Cap America's Shield. 2 to bring in. Artifact equipment, indestructible. Equipped creature gets 0/8, has vigilance. Whenever equipped creature attacks, tap target creature defending player controls. Alright. You ain't blocking me. At least not with that guy. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, until end of turn, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur's base power and toughness become 6/6 and they gain trample. Oh, 6/6 trample for 3. That seems pretty good. And the art, I mean. Whenever an artifact you control enters, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. It's not bad. I don't mind that card. White vehicles. Blue, green, red, white, land. Uncommon land. Alright. That's good for now with those. Alright, what are we putting in the binder? Let's see. I guess we'll put the artifacts away first. Oh, My Little Pony, Secret Lair. I forgot that came. Anybody else pick this up? Did you pick it up? Probably open this in the... Friendship is magic. Because Little Pony. Let's see. Alright, we're going to sort this stuff later. This is Marvel stuff. Universes Beyond, huh?
Hey Mom, now that I have an after-school job, I think I want to buy a drum kit.
Okay, Rockstar. Let's look at your...
Put those there. Lands there. Just hanging out, sorting cards and talking Magic. So, chat up some stuff, let me know. mail. Today we are gonna open some mail, I think. Oh yeah, and this bad boy. Let's leave this up later. Let's see. What do you do now? Not yet. Let's open some mail. What do we got here? Mail day. I love mail day. Let's see what we got. Geist of St. Taft. Alright, I like that. Let's get this tape off it. Get it out of here. Geist of St. Taft. Legendary creature, spirit cleric. Blue, white, and 1 colorless. He's got hexproof, and whenever Geist of St. Taft attacks, create a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying that's tapped and attacking. Exile that token at end of combat. I think I'm going to build this guy. At least I'm thinking about it. Alright. Let's see, what else mail? What other mail did we get? Got this bad boy here. Here we go. Shrufus. I should probably go get my magnifying glass and check these, even though these aren't expensive cards, because you know people be selling fake cards. Got a fake card in the mail yesterday off of eBay. Luckily, I checked it all down. They gave me a refund, and now I got me a proxy. Pretty crappy. Yeah, yesterday I got this in the mail, and it's not real. So I had to hit him up and be like, "Yo, give me my money back." Let's see. I thought I threw it in here. Dragon, everybody's favorite. Let's see. Stomping Ground. Maybe I didn't put it in here. Thought I did. This card. So I bought that card on eBay. Let me see, hold on. Where is my magnifying glass? Anyways, I don't know where it went. Oh well. So yeah, bought this off eBay, and it is clearly a fake. Got my money returned to me, but yeah, this is a fake card. Look how red that is. Plus, the dots aren't there, and the T doesn't have the mark. And if you look in the light, there's no blue core. So yeah, luckily I got refunded, but now I got me a free proxy, whatever. But how dare you sell me something on eBay that's fake? So know how to check your cards, ladies and gentlemen, because there's a lot of fakes going around, and if you don't know what to look for, you might end up paying $20, $30, $40 for a card that you think's a good card, and it's a fake like this. It's like a $20, $30 card for the regular one, but not for this fake. Anyways, Shrufus, Shrout Sire. This just came in the mail today. Trample. When a sapperling you control deals combat damage to a player, create that many 1/1 green sapperling creature tokens. Not bad. Not bad. He'll be a fun little commander. And then Geist of St. Taft commander card. Let's see what else we got. More mail. last piece of mail for the day. Will of the Jeskai. I mean, you can't have enough Will of the Jeskais. I'm just saying. Red. Red, choose one. If you control a commander as you cast this spell, you may choose both instead. Each player may discard their hand and draw 5 cards, and each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard gains flashback until end of turn. What the hell, commercials?
You can find
Get rid of
and hire
that.
freelance experts in over 100.
Get rid of that. Yeah, that's gonna go in Clive. My Clive deck, it's a discard and draw deck. Every time you discard a card, it does damage to each opponent. Pretty much every turn, if not more, and then you get Fire Emancipation out, and you double that damage. Clive comes in, get rid of your whole hand, get a whole new hand, do it again, use Will of the Jeskai, do it again. That right there is, you know, like 14 damage. It's pretty good. It's a fun one. Then you got Fire Emancipation out, triples that up. Or, what is that? City on Fire. Little slow, but it's a fun burn deck. Then we got this. Gonna open this up pretty soon. Yeah. This will probably be later today, though. I'm excited for that one. I have to wait for my buddy before I open it. He's like, wait, don't open it till I get on. So, anyways, yeah. Opening that up later. Shrufus. Just going back. Mr. Ur-Dragon. Galadriel. Alright. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn. Add 3 green, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control, scry 2, then draw. Alright. Building this for the wifey. She just wants random stuff, and then she's gonna tweak it. It's a lighted halfling for show. Tamayo might be fun in there. Danny Pink, definitely for show with a little Galadriel. Snap's always fun. Vitalize. Rethorn Acolyte. Add 1 mana of any color. Add 1 mana of any color. A mana dork? That's a mana dork. Or that's a ritual. Hibernation. Return all green permanents to their owner's hands. I don't know about that. Counterspell always. Elvish Pioneer. When Elvish Pioneer comes into play, you may put a basic card for... where's the goody stuff? Ooh, Priestess of Titania. That might be fun for some card draw.
So Jonas, what are we launching today?
We gave Cursor Agents their own computers, and now they can test their changes and come back with a video report.
Alright, let's see. Building Galadriel. Blossoming Defense. Target creature you control gets 2/2 and gains hexproof until end of turn. Maybe. Rise the Redeemer. Put a 1/1 green and white elf warrior creature token into play. For each creature token you control, put a token into play that's a copy of that creature. Maybe. Clash of the Icons. Target creature you control fights. Target creature an opponent controls. Remove a lore counter from your saga you control. Oh, this is for Bombadil. I'm gonna put that in the Bombadil deck. Alright. Bast's Blessing. Oh, this is Primal Vigor. Primal Vigor. Token doublers. Who doesn't love a good token doubler? Voracious Hydra. Let's see. Voracious Hydra enters the battlefield with X 1/1 counters on it. When Voracious Hydra enters the battlefield, choose one. Double the number of 1/1 counters on Voracious Hydra. Or he fights target creature. Ooh, yeah, we'll put that in there. I'm gonna make this a counters deck, I think. I think that's the business. What do you think? Counters deck? Sure. Repulsive Mutation. Put X 1/1 counters on target creature you control. Then counter up to one target spell unless its controller pays mana equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. That could work. Little counter spell. And Simic. Tam. Mindful First Year. Each other creature you control has hexproof from each of its colors. Target creature you control becomes all colors till end of turn. Not bad. The Great Henge, automatic include. Elvish Visionary. An Elvish Visionary enters the battlefield, draw a card. Nah, I don't think that's going in. That's going to go back into the bulk. Reclaim. Put target card from your graveyard on top of your library. That's not going. I already have one in there. Song of Freyalise. Until your next turn, creatures you control gain add 1 mana of any color, or put a 1/1 counter, or number 3, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Those creatures gain. Okay, yeah. I think we're gonna put that in there. Shimmerwild's Growth, Cloud of Fairies, and I thought I had a whole nother pile of cards for this deck. There's some Wild Growth. Titus, Ratchet Bomb. Ratchet Bomb. If you don't know this card here, this card comes in clutch in against token decks. A lot of people right now are playing token decks. They get, especially with the new squirrel thing coming out, but bunnies, squirrels, whatever there is. So Ratchet Bomb says, you tap it, it costs 2, it's an artifact to bring out. You tap it, and it says put a charge counter on Ratchet Bomb. And then you can tap it to sacrifice Ratchet Bomb, destroy each non-land permanent with converted mana cost equal to the number of charge counters on Ratchet Bomb. But you're never going to put any charge counters on Ratchet Bomb. You're going to simply play it for 2, crack it with no charge counters on it, boom, destroys every single token, even treasure tokens. You're going to get rid of all their treasure tokens, all their, zero cost. Anything that's zero cost out there except for lands is going to get torched by this thing. So good. Can't tell you how many times this has cleared, their squirrels, their insects. This is great. Anyways, Ratchet Bomb. And it's like $1 or $2. I don't know. It's a great card. I always include it in most of my decks because so many people are running tokens these days. So it's a great freaking token destroyer. Clears the board. It'll leave all your big shit, get rid of all their tokens just like that. Bring it in, pay 2, bring it in, snap it, boom, done. Token's gone. Alright, let's see. We're definitely gonna probably put that in there. Metallic Mimic. As Mimic turns, creature type. Metallic Mimic is the chosen creature type in addition to its other types. Each other creature you control of the chosen type enters the battlefield with an additional 1/1. Sure, Galadriel likes 1/1s. Gift of Immortality. This is a pretty good new card. I actually played this the other day. I don't remember what I played it on, but they kept trying to destroy the thing I had it on. So it costs 2 and a white. It's an enchant creature. When enchanted creature dies, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. And then you return this aura to the battlefield attached to that creature at the beginning of the next end step. So if you keep adding this, your creature will never leave, except for they can remove it in between the time that it comes back and your end step before this comes back on it. But otherwise, this will keep, you know, attached to the creature. Creature dies. Creature comes back. This goes into exile. At your end step, this goes back onto the creature. So it's pretty good. Brings it back for 3 white. If you're in white and you want to keep bringing something back, or if, you know, ETBs, or leave the battlefield, this is a pretty good card. Gift of Immortality. It's from the newer commander. I think it's from the Silver Quill commander. You know. Anyways, it's the other day it kept one of my creatures on the board for quite a long time. Keep that. Arcane Signet. Burnished Heart. It's always a fun one. Sacrifice this creature. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards. Put them into the battlefield tap and shuffle. It's a little 2/2 that gives you a little ramp if you need it. Rosy Cotton of the South Lane. Snap. These are all basics. Let's get into bigger, funner stuff we can put in here. Let's see. What's going to go in Gladriel? You guys got any ideas? And what would you put here in Gladriel? I think... Elephant Grass. Cumulative upkeep 1. Black creatures cannot attack you. Non-black creatures cannot attack you unless their controller pays an additional 2 for each attacking creature. So it's basically propaganda, except black can't get you. But it's cumulative upkeep 1, which means you got to pay 1 every single turn, which is kind of... Well, 1 every turn, 2 the next one, 3 the next, 4 the next. So it's pretty good early game or mid game real quick, but that's about it.
But you can never
I
find
don't think
time
so.
to edit.
Commercials get that
Then you
in.
just
Alright, so these aren't going in there. Anybody got any ideas for my Galadriel deck? I'll look through my cards and see what I got. Equipoise. I think so. During your upkeep, for each land target player controls in excess of the number of lands you control, target land he or she controls phases out. Repeat this process for artifacts and then creatures. This is a pretty good card. For 2 and a white, if you're behind on the board, your deck's running a little slow that day or behind, this is great because during your upkeep, for each land your opponent has in excess of yours, for each artifact they have in excess of yours, and creatures they have in excess of yours, you get to pick one of theirs and phase it out for the turn until your next turn, and you know, you can do it again because it's enchantment. It's pretty good. It's fun. It's annoying to them, but it helps you get caught up if you get a little bit behind. If you get mana locked or something, at least it'll help you for a couple turns. Alright, so that's that. We're going to put those away and that. What do we want to sort now? I think we got Ur-Dragon sorted. Those are Marvel cards. Brea. Ethereum Shaper. What else we got here? Happy Father's Day, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good Father's Day out there. Oh, you know what? I'll look through some of my rares. A couple of these. See what we got, if I can use any of this stuff. If I can use any of this stuff in anything. Suleiman's Legacy. When Suleiman's Legacy comes into play, bury all Jinn and Efrits. No. Nobody plays Jinn and Efrits anymore. So, not nobody, but... Invasion plans. Each creature blocks whenever able. Attacking player chooses how each creature blocks. Alright, I like that. I like that. Make you block me, and I tell you how to do it. Muscle Sliver. All slivers get 1/1. Ain't running slivers. Phyrexian Tyranny. Whenever a player draws a card, that player loses 2 life unless he or she pays 2. Alright. I kind of like that. But it's a player, so it's you two. So you better have some gain. Compost. Whenever a black card is put into one of your opponent's graveyards, you may draw a card. This is a great card. Compost. that card. I'm gonna turn these around. I don't want to see the little value of them. Yeah, that's great. That's gonna go good. Shepherd of the Rot. Compost, so good. Compost is so good against your Sephiroth decks, your black decks. So it costs 1 green, or no, 1 and a green. Compost. Whenever a black card is put into one of your opponent's graveyards, you may draw a card. So every time they go sacking one of their creatures or doing one of their things, you get to draw a card, and this card's only like $1.50. It's a pretty good card in green. Good card draw if you're looking for card draw in green. Let's see, Phyrexian Hydra. He has Infect because everybody loves Infect. This creature deals damage to creatures in the form of -1/-1 counters and to players in the form of poison counters. He is 3 and 2 green to bring out. 7/7. If damage would be dealt to Phyrexian Hydra, prevent that damage. Put a -1/-1 counter on Phyrexian Hydra for each 1 damage prevented this way. It's pretty good. He's a little big though. You got to be able to cheat him out, otherwise he might get too big. Shepherd of Rot. Each player loses 1 life for each zombie in play. Zombie decks, where you at? Wild Growth. Good old Wild Growth. 1 green. Wild Growth, it's an enchantment. You enchant a land. Wild Growth adds 1 green to mana pool whenever target land is tapped for mana. So you can put this on any color land, and it will tap for green plus whatever it, whatever's on it. So it adds green to whatever that land taps for already. Unearth. Choose target creature card in your graveyard with total casting cost 3 or less and put it into play. I'm going to flip these around. These little numbers here on the front are what the value, what they are, how much they cost. $1.50. So if you're looking to pick up any of these cards, that's about how much you're going to have to pay for it. $1.50. Not bad. What is this? What is going on here? Alright. Whenever a player plays a spell with converted mana cost 3 or less, Pyrostatic Pillar deals 2 damage to that player. It's alright. It's not bad. If you're going to burn them down a little bit. We take those. Winds of Change. All players shuffle their hands into their libraries and draw the same number of cards they originally held. This is really good in my Clive deck. I've got a Clive deck that does damage every time I discard. So I'm constantly discarding my hand and refilling my hand, and you take damage every time I do that. So Winds of Change works really good in that deck. The Forerunner of the Legion. $2.50 for this card normally. Let's see, is he any good? Vampire Knight for 2 and a white. When Forerunner of the Legion enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a vampire card. Reveal it, then shuffle your library and put that card on top of it. So it's a vampiric tutor for vampires. Hey, look at that. Whenever another vampire enters the battlefield under your control, target creature gets +1/+1 to end a turn. So all you Markov guys and girls, little Edgar Markov action. Ruination, $4 card. Destroy all non-basic lands. Woo, gotta love that. So when you're running a monocolored deck, bust out Ruination, and yeah, because more than likely you're gonna have all basic lands because you're in mono, and you bust this out and it's gonna wipe out all their non-basic lands, all their dual lands, all their scavenger grounds, all their whatever. Unless you're going against Landfall, those guys, they just bring their lands back constantly, so it ain't gonna work that great. Flux Channeler. Let's see, Flux Channeler. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, proliferate. Alright, not bad if you're in a proliferation deck. This might go good with Kilo. Kilo the Apogee Mind, or Titus, or one of those. Submerge. If an opponent controls a forest, you control an island, you may play Submerge without paying its mana cost. Put target creature on top of its owner's library. So you're just slowing them down a little bit. Not an amazing card, but it's fun. Good old Hydroblast, classic. Counter target spell if it's red, or destroy target permanent if it's red. For mono blue, if you got to go up against red. I don't do much mono blue, but hey, you never know. Alright, shifting sliver. Slivers can't be blocked except by slivers. That's pretty hardcore. You're like, yeah, you're not coming at me, bro. I don't think so. Hydroblast. Sylvan Primordial. When Sylvan Primordial enters the battlefield, for each opponent, destroy target non-creature permanent that player controls. For each permanent destroyed this way, search the library for a forest card and put it into the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. It's a little expensive. It's 7 for a 6/8, but when he enters the battlefield, you get to basically look for 3 forests. Oh wait, destroy non-target permanent. Oh, so you have to destroy their non-creature permanent, and then you get to go hunt for a land for each one you destroy. Not bad. Take that. Chill. Red spells cost an additional 2 to play. Yeah, there you go. For you anti-red players. Cameo of the False Hope. Sacrifice Cameo of the False Hope. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn. Not bad for 1. She's a 1/1/1. Bring him in early. Somebody tries to hit you on an early hit with some, I don't know, crazy move that they did, and they brought in some dragon. They're going to hit you. At least this will prevent you for getting hit for, a turn. Or you just chump block with them. Unless it's flying. Oh, it's 2 of them. 3. Nathani Dragon. It's an oldie. I ain't even gonna try to read that one. It ain't even very good anyways, I remember. Bounty Hunter. Put a bounty counter on target non-black creature if you tap this. And then destroy target creature with a bounty counter on it. So every turn you can be like, tap it, bounty on something. Next turn, destroy it. But you gotta be able to protect it, obviously. Because if put something on somebody's shit, they're just gonna be like, nope. I don't think so. Let's see what else we got. Horned Sliver. All slivers gain trample. So, sliver decks, trample. Exhume. Each player chooses a creature card in his or her graveyard and puts that card into play. So you don't really want to help everybody else, but if everybody else has weak creatures and you got something big you want to bring back, or if you've got like a massacre worm, and you're gonna do some shenanigans with that. I don't know. This might help with that. Elvish Spirit Guide. If Elvish Spirit Guide is in your hand, you may remove it from the game to add 1 green mana to your mana pool. Player's ability is an interrupt. So it's basically just like a Lotus Blossom, I guess, for green, or Lotus Petal for green, with a 2/2 body connected to it. If you want to use it either way, it's alright. Magnetic Theft. That's a good one. So, attach equipment to target creature. Somebody did a little move with this the other day where they, I don't remember, they did it in their Captain America deck, but basically they did some stuff, hit you with it, then they were able to attach it and hit again. I don't know. He was going off with it. He was doing some crazy shenanigans with this card. Shenanigans, I tell you. Shenanigans. Possibility Storm. Whenever a player casts a spell from his or her hand, that player exile it, then exiles cards from the top of his or her library until he or she exiles a card that shares a card type with it. That player may cast the card without paying its mana cost. Then he or she puts all cards exiled with Possibility Storm on the bottom of his or her library. I can see using that in like a shenanigan way, where you basically, whenever a player casts a spell from his or her hand, that player exiles it. And exiles cards from the top of his or her library until he or she exiles a card that shares a card type with it. Alright, well, I'm not sure. But I'm sure there's some shenanigans you could do out there with that. Mockingbird. We love Mockingbird. It's a bird bard. X and blue. You may have Mockingbird enter as a copy of any creature on the battlefield with mana value less than or equal to the amount of mana spent to cast Mockingbird, except it's a bird. You know what? I know what we're going to do. Let's see. I need to find out one thing real quick. Oh, what up, people? What up? What up? What up, you out there? All right. So, we picked this up, the My Little Pony Secret Lair. We're going to open it up and check it out. Alright, so stick around if you feel like watching some My Little Pony Secret Lair opening. Alright, here we go. Open it up. Yeah, the good stuff. New cards. Alright. Thank you for being a part of Secret Lair. Of course, you know. Although most people are pretty pissed off at you guys, but hey, whatever. I'm cool with it. Let's make a cool little, do this. Friendship is Magic, traditional foil. All right, let's see what we got here, guys. Open it up. Ooh, generous gift. Although I never played this card, but look at that. That's a beauty. Generous gift. It's cool. And then we've got Reconnaissance Mission. 2 and 2 blue. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. You can cycle it for 2. Radiate. 3 and 2 red. That's a pretty card. It says, choose target instant or sorcery spell that targets only a single permanent or player. Copy that spell for each other permanent or player that spell could target. Each copy targets a different one of those permanents and players. That's quite a bit. Fun card. What else we got? Defense of the Heart. This is a really good card. Love this card. So it's 3 and a green. It's mythic. And at the beginning of your upkeep, if an opponent controls 3 or more creatures, sacrifice this enchantment. Search your library for up to 2 creature cards. Put those cards onto the battlefield, then shuffle. Not even tapped. So basically, at the beginning of your upkeep, if your opponent has 3 or more creatures, you sacrifice this enchantment, you get to go find 2 creature cards, put them onto the battlefield, straight up, not tapped or anything, and you go. Great card. Arcane Signet. We all know Arcane Signet. Fancy, pretty one. Soul Ring. That's pretty sick, Soul Ring. If that's your kind of thing, but it's my kind of thing, so I like it. And this is Relic of Legends. Add 1 mana of any color. Tap an untapped legendary creature you control. Add 1 mana of any color. So you can tap this to get 1 mana of any color. And then I guess you can tap an untapped legendary creature you control to add an additional. Yeah, it's pretty sick. Pretty sick. Alright, so there they are. Secret Lair, My Little Pony Secret Lair. Fresh, opened up. Relic of Legends, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet. We got Defense of the Heart, Radiate, and Reconnaissance Mission. Oh, and Generous Gift. Those are them. Pretty cards. What do you guys think? Let me know. Did you guys pick this up? Pretty sick. Fun. Alright, you know what? Let's just open a pack. While we're here. Did any of you guys pick up the My Little Pony Secret Lair? You get down like that? Very pretty. Alright. Alright, My Little Ponies. I like the Soul Ring, so we're going to put Soul Ring out right there. Bam! I'm just going to leave that out because why not? Alright, here we go. We are going to open a pack. Let's see. We got a Strixhaven booster. Why not? Just on a whim, let's go for it. Got all kinds of packs over here, but I'm not going to open too much yet. Shattered Acolyte. Got Essence Scatter. You guys see? I guess so. Let's see. Is this a little better? Yeah, there we go. Goblin Glassrite. Glorious Decay. Adventurous Eater. Inkling Cat. That might go good in a cat dog deck. Elemental Bird. We've got Proctor's Gaze. Poisoner's Apprentice. A little bit of Zamone's Experiment. To a Steal the Show. Alright, I'll take that. Choose one or both. Target player discards any number of cards, then draws that many cards. Again, this is going to go good in my Clive deck. Steal the Show deals damage equal to the number of instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard. Target creature spell. Right, hold on 1 second. Get rid of this commercial. Next up, uncommon foil. Oh no, actually no, not a foil. Just Spell Pierce. Counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 2 more. Spell Pierce. And then our foil, Monstrous Rage. Actually got this in the Silver Scroll, Monstrous Rage. And then a land. Not an amazing pack, but we take those. We take those. It's fun. I don't think I had Steal the Show yet, so that was cool. Alright. It's fun. What's everybody out there doing today? Having a happy Father's Day? And for those of you who just joined us, we got this bad boy in the mail, and this bad boy in the mail, and this bad boy in the mail today, and a fake card in the mail. Those of you who didn't hear earlier, check this out. I bought a Cavern of Souls online, and this is fake. Luckily, I know how to search. When you buy cards out there, make sure you are searching for the signs of fake cards. Hold it up to bright light. Should have a blue tint going through it. You should be able, if you have a microscope type thing, which I have, you can see usually the core. Then look at the back. On the green dot, in the yellow highlight of the green dot, there should be an L-shaped red, although people have been faking that recently. And then on the T of Magic the Gathering, on the left side, the line is like a perfect clean print line, and the right side of the T stick has like a jaggedy black line. So those are 3 or 4 things that you could check, and then you hold up to the light and you can usually see a blue tint through it. But this card is fake. I could tell right away the back is so red, and then I saw that they tried to fake the red dots, but they faked it backwards. Like it wasn't in the L shape, it was in like a weird other shape. And then yeah, you could always tell by the T also, and it was jacked and just wasn't right. I immediately hit them up and said, hey, this was an eBay buy. Immediately hit them up and said, hey, this is not a real fake. I mean, this is not a real card. This is a fake, brother. And they messaged me back and said, sorry, I'll refund you right away. I picked it up at a garage sale. I thought it was real. Obviously, they were selling fake cards on eBay, so know how to check your cards, because you could get, because you know, it's a $20 card. You know, I lose 20, 30 bucks, whatever, because somebody printed out a card and gave it to you, you know. If you want to sell me a proxy, that's fine, but sell me a $5 proxy with alt art. Anyways, so yeah, know how to look at your stuff. Let's see. Alright, I think that's it for today. I gotta go clean my garage because we are turning our garage into a game room where we're gonna be filming tabletop games from once we get that done. And that's gonna be soon. In the next couple weeks, once I got it done, painted, our big table out there. We're gonna play some Elder Scrolls today. Elder Scrolls Betrayal of the Second Era, which is a great tabletop game. If you haven't played it, check it out. Anyways, thanks for hanging out. See you next time. Later. Keep the mana flowing, legends.